Hey crafters, welcome back to our channel, Creative Moments by G. I'm G, and today we are going to make a double gatefold card. Let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you this card. Here is our double gatefold card. Now what makes this so special is that you don't have to wrestle with a 12 by 12 paper. We are using a 6 by 6 paper, or maybe you have a piece of scrap paper that is 6 and something. Let's make this card. The first thing you want to do is grab you two 6 by 6 pieces of paper. Now, if you don't have those, maybe you have some scraps. We are using this gorgeous paper, Painterly Pears. Now, it is just beautiful, has so many different patterns in it. We just love it. We're also going to be using this beautiful card. Look at this green. It's kind of a muted green, and it's mossy meadow and some white cardstock. And that's all. This is such an easy card to make. So let's grab our trimmer and let's cut our base down. Now, this is not your typical card. Our base mat that the actual double gate will rest on is 5.5 by 4 1/4. That's very normal. But when you go to cut your 6 by 6 paper, now this is directional, this is very important. And here's the back side of our paper. You want to make sure and cut this at 6 by 5 1/4. Now the 6 part needs to be the column. And the 5 1/4 is going to be how tall it is. So because this is directional, I'm going to turn it like this, and I'm going to cut this height at 5 1/4. So just be mindful of that if you have directional paper. You want your column to be the 6-inch side. So I'm going to turn it sideways on the other piece and cut it down to 5 1/4. Now, the next thing we need to do is just make some score lines. This is so easy. We're going to score at 2 and 4. Put the 6-inch side at the top of your trimmer and just score. Now, remember, when you are scoring designer series paper or pattern paper, it's much thinner than cardstock, right? So you need to be careful. 2 and 4. You don't want to tear your paper. Now, I'm just going to put this to the side right here. I'm going to bring in that other piece that I cut. I'm going to put the 6-inch side at the top of the trimmer, and I'm going to score at 2 and slide it over at 4. Now, we will be making 2 cards today just to give you several possibilities of what you can do with this design. Now, the next thing we want to do, I'm just going to slide this over to the side. We have our score lines right here. On this side, now this is important. Because our double gatefold is opposite, let me show you how that works. Do you see how this card has a slant cut on this side and a slant cut on this side? But we're looking at the same paper, right? That's important. Whatever you want to be looking at inside your card, that's how you want to have it laid out, just like this. Now, the next thing you want to do is grab your ruler. I think it's easier. You can use your trimmer, not to worry. But go ahead and lay it out this way. That way you're going to put the tick marks in the exact place you want them. And we need a tick mark from the top of this down at 2 1/4. So we're just going to put a line. So grab your pen. Now, my pattern paper has a design on it. So I need to really make it where I can see it. So I'm going to mark at 2 1/4 right there. Just put a tick mark so that I can see it. Now we need it on the opposite side. That's why I said lay it down on your table. It makes it so much easier. Go ahead and line this up again, and let's put a tick mark at 2 1/4 right here. Okay, the next part is very easy. Let's grab this piece. Let's look for our score line, and we can see it's right here. I can see it right here. So, and I can see my tick mark, right? We're going to put that first score line in the canal, rotate this until the tick mark is right in the canal. We're just going to make sure that's in the canal, the tick mark is in the canal, and slice. Now you want to make sure and keep this piece of paper because we're going to turn it over and use the back side. So we have our first slant cut. We're going to put that right back down here because remember, we need to cut the opposite side of the other paper. So we are going to find our score line, which is right here, and our tick mark, which is right there. So let's open our trimmer, put our score line right here, and rotate this to the tick mark. There's the tick mark, there's the score line. Close it and slice. Now we're going to put up our trimmer and lay our paper down again. Do you see this? Now we have our slants cut at opposite ends on our 6 by 5 1/4 paper. Now the way this gets folded is, go ahead and leave your paper right here. We're going to find this score line right here. We're going to fold to the left, grab your bone folder, and then fold this one to the right. We're going to do just the opposite. On this one, we're going to find the score line. We're going to fold to the right, and we're going to fold to the left. Do you see how easy that is? But what's important for me, at least, is to keep them side by side so that I don't accidentally cut the wrong corner right here because it needs to be opposite corners. And when you fold them, they fold opposite too. And now we get to do something fun. We get to create an optical illusion. Oh my goodness. We are going to take this and we are going to glue it right to the bottom of this. And it looks as if you cut it, but you didn't. Let's do that. Now grab the other piece that you cut and do the same thing. And now look at that. It looks as if you have sliced both areas, but you didn't. Now the next thing we want to do is get this laid down on a base mat. We already cut our base mat, so we're just going to put it just like this. We're going to put it right up to each other. So bring it to the center and put it on that base card. So we need a little bit of glue. Now I might need to wiggle. I'm going to put my Kalel, which allows me to wiggle. Now I know that I need about the same distance from top to bottom over here on the side. So I'm just going to put that like that. I'm just guessing at this point. Now I'm going to lay down my left hand gatefold. And if I need to wiggle it closer, I can do that. Now look at this. How pretty is that? It stands up, it fits in an envelope. You didn't have to fight with a 12 by 12 piece of paper, which makes it so nice, right? Now, let's go ahead and fold this out and let's bring in our inside piece. I went ahead and I cut this, and this inside piece is 5 by 3 3/4, and we're just going to put that right there. I also let my paper do the work for me, and I just fussy cut some designs to put on my paper. So we're going to add this with some glue. Just center it top to bottom, side to side. Look at that. Now you have plenty of room to write here, but we need to decorate the front. That is so much fun. Now we are using stylish shapes for our squares that we will turn into diamonds. We cut a 3 1/2, that's what it is in those nested squares, and a 2 1/2. Now, we will be adding this to some dimensionals, but before we do that, I need to stamp it. And I'm going to use my pairs right here on the left, so I need to stamp on the right. And once again, I just fussy cut some pears. Are those gorgeous? So I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy for my sentiment. And tap, tap, tap. And I'm just going to put it as close as I can to this corner. I'm going to bring in my pears and I'm just going to put them right here. Look. And I'm going to set them up on dimensionals. So I'm going to bring this in. And I have a little flower that I can cover that corner. I don't know why, but I just like my corners covered. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little piece of tape on that. And I'm going to slide it under. And look at that. So pretty. Now, let's go ahead and lay it down on this bottom mat. We're going to bring this in, and you can see that we have slants, so we're going to lay it this way. Oh, and look at that, just makes it pop. But you want to make sure and only put glue on one side. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put it on the left-hand side, and I know that I need my glue on this quadrant of my diamond. Now, I want it to stick. I really don't want it to wiggle. So I'm going to go ahead and just add some of my green glue. I know that will really grab. We're going to close it, and I'm going to line the points up right here with this line right in the center. So get that lined up, make it about the same distance top to bottom. And look at this card. You open it up, plenty of room to write. So easy to create. We love this design. This is definitely a keeper that you want to keep in your craft toolbox, right? Now I want to remind you, all the measurements and the supplies and materials will be listed over on creativemomentsbyg.com, my blog. All you have to do is look for the thumbnail that we use for YouTube, or type in double gatefold. Are you ready for some more possibilities with this design? Let's make one more card. Now look at the paper we have grabbed. This is from a 6x6 Brights set. Look at that, and it really is bright. And then we have this on the back. Now, I want my lines to go up and down, so I want to make sure that my paper is turned the right way. First thing we need to do is cut our paper. We have our 6-inch here, and so now we need to cut it at 5 1/4. So we have the length of our paper. Our column size is 6 and our height is 5 1/4. We need to do that on this one. Now we're just going to add our score lines. Now, I feel the easiest way to do this is to line them up on your craft table, grab your ruler, and just put a tick mark at 2 1/4 right down the side on opposite sides. Going to bring in our trimmer and go to the first score line right here. Rotate it. Go to our opposite side on our other piece. Find your score line. Rotate it. And now we're going to fold. We're going to add our bottom pieces to create that illusion that we've cut a slit, right? So just flip over your paper and add it to the bottom. Now add your gatefolds to your base mat. What do you think about that? Easy, right? Now let's decorate the inside. We are using for our sentiments beautiful motifs, and for our beautiful flowers that we're going to be adding, petals of beauty. But remember what Sis and I always say, use what you have if you don't have that. So here is our inside mat. Now we have stamped several flowers and we worked hard to find the right color. Look at what we did. We took a piece of paper, we stamped all over. We actually decided on this one. This one has berry burst as the definition, and then we colored the inside with light pumpkin pie. We felt like that really popped. And sometimes you have to do that, right? You just have to keep trying until you find the exact color combination that works for you. I'm just going to slip a little leaf right under here. And now I'm going to stamp a sentiment. And just lay this down on the inside. Look at this, coming together so quickly, so easily. It's amazing how easy this card is to make. But let's make our top part, right? We have our berry burst and our white. Now we are going to use these flowers that we cut out. We have some leaves. I think this time I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my message over here on this side. So grab my sentiment, tap, 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 and add it right here. Now we get to add our flowers, right? So I'm just going to add them, see where I want them. Just like this with some leaves in between. And here's our centerpiece. Isn't that gorgeous? Now we just need to add it right here. Once again, I'm going to add my tape. And look at this. I just love this orange and fuchsia together. And we have this one. Take a moment, leave a comment. What do you think about this design? Isn't this fabulous and so easy? We always have additional cards to show you. We showed you this one earlier. So pretty too. And look at this. You know I love checks. This is an older card that we made. And then finally, Sis also made this one for us. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? But what makes this special is it's a booklet. Look at this. You open it up. You have room to write. But oh, we're not done. No. Then you open it up and it's a card. She just used a card as the base mat. Isn't that gorgeous? So take a moment and let us know which is your favorite and what you think about this design. Well, Sis and I appreciate you so much watching our videos, liking and sharing with your creative friends who need a little inspiration, and subscribing to help us grow. We want you to make this card and then let us know what it looks like. Send us an email with it. We get inspired by your card making too. Well, go out and make it a fabulous day. And until next time, Sis and I wish you lots of creative moments. Bye-bye.